Welcome everyone to National Recycling Week. I thought I'd share just a few little tips about recycling that we've learned over the last few years. So I've got most of the standard things here: plastic bottles, glass jars, a bit of cardboard and tin cans, and of course these can all go in your curbside recycling bin. Just a little tip that they really should be clean, and if you've got any really small metal caps like these, a really good tip is to pop them into a can, and when you've got loads of them, just basically press the can together so that the metal inside won't escape and they will all be recycled in the machine. Likewise with foil as well. It's great that all these things can be recycled, but the machines need to be able to capture these things. So again, get a big ball of your foil and make it about the size of a tennis ball, and that will be pretty good too. And then of course we've got things like soft plastics, which can go to the supermarket, and we have lids that you can send to an organisation called Lids for Kids, or if you happen to be in Queenscliff, Sea or Dolphin Swims actually will take these lids from you too. And lastly, bread tags. Now, really exciting, some of the bread companies are starting to make these out of cardboard, but if you still have the plastic ones, you can send these off to an organisation called Aussie Bread Tags for Wheelchairs. You look them up and you can post them, and they will recycle them into bowls that they can sell as fundraisers to buy wheelchairs for people that need to use them. So that's the first little bit of tips just about your general curbside recycling. Recycling video part 2. So I thought I'd look today at some of the more difficult to recycle things. So these are the items that don't go in your curbside recycling. I mean, of course, the first thing to really try is to reduce your plastic use. So try and have a plastic free or less plastic bathroom and kitchen. But you are going to have some things. Okay, so I've got a few different things here. I've got mascara, I've got some Clearasil, I've got some, this is like a little body wash, hand cream and moisturizer. Okay, and then on this side I've got some toothpaste, nail polish, plastic razor and medication pack. So some of these can be recycled quite easily if you go to somewhere like Priceline. So they will take clean makeup tubes, they won't take brushes, and you can check on their website to see exactly what they won't take, but they will take all these kind of tubes and even take these pump dispensers, which is great. What they do ask is that you try and make them as clean as possible, so no residue. I know that's not always easy, but try your best to get whatever you have in there. Okay, so they can be dropped off at some of your Priceline stores, which is great. For the other harder to things, you might need to partner up with some of the online places. So Flora and Fauna are one particular website, and everything gets sent to TerraCycle. So they will take these medication packs, they will take parts of the razors, not the blades, take toothpaste, they will take nail polish, again as little residue as possible in there. And if you do have any plastic toothbrushes, this one's actually fully compostable. Some of the bamboo toothbrushes do still have the plastic brushes, so you do need to cut those off before you put them in your compost bin. So a couple of partnerships there. Now yes, the Priceline will be free. The Flora and Fauna, there is a little bit of cost for postage, but you do get that as a credit to then spend in the online shop. So it might be a win-win in regards to that. So there's some ideas for some of the more difficult to recycle items that we all have in our homes. Third and final video for this week, National Recycling Week. I thought I would just share maybe a couple of places where you can find a little bit more information. There are lots of things that we can recycle, but knowing what to do with them is actually part of the key. So the first place I would recommend is you actually start with your local council website. You'd be amazed actually how many things you can recycle. I know in particular Mornington Peninsula Shire, where I live, there's a huge list of of things that they will take to different places. So that's a really good place to start. Another place is Planet Arc. So that is a website which you can put in pretty much anything that you're looking to recycle or dispose of, and they will tell you if it's possible and then point you in the right direction. Again, recycling is never the total solution. We should always be looking to reduce. But if you are trying to find places, so TerraCycle are a really big organisation that do a lot of recycling. They have partnerships with places like Officeworks and Priceline, as I mentioned in the previous one. And at Dolphin Research Institute, we're actually going to be starting to have some TerraCycle items to recycle with us next year. So there'll be more information about that next year, starting in term 1, and these will be available for certain items that ambassadors can actually bring to the workshops, and we will take them and we will recycle them with TerraCycle. So another way that we can reduce our waste going to landfill, and also very importantly reduce carbon emissions, which is